A little girl who lost her mother in front of her eyes later returns to destroy the most powerful woman in fashion. But the truth behind her past is even darker than anyone imagined. Hi, I'm Rahul, and today we're uncovering the story of Cruella. Movie starts with a little girl named Estella, whose appearance is different because half of her hair is white and half is black. People around her think she is strange, so they avoid her. But her mother, Catherine, always supports her and tries to give her a normal life. Estella loves fashion from childhood and has a rebellious nature, which is why her mother often calls her Cruella. At school, Estella becomes friends with Anita while other children bully her, and one day she even brings home a stray dog and names him Buddy. Because of her fights and aggressive behavior, she gets expelled from school, so Catherine decides to take her to London for a new beginning. Before leaving, Estella says she wants to visit Regent's Park after reaching London, and Catherine agrees while also giving her a valuable necklace. After arriving in London, Catherine asks Estella to stay in the car while she goes inside a grand mansion to meet someone for financial help. But Estella secretly follows her into the party. Inside, chaos begins when Buddy creates trouble and 3 dangerous dogs attack Estella. Moments later, Estella watches in horror as those dogs push Catherine off a cliff while she is talking to a mysterious woman. In a single moment, Estella loses her mother and believes she is responsible for her death. Alone and terrified, she runs away and eventually reaches Regent's Park, where she falls asleep near a fountain. There she meets 2 orphan boys, Jasper and Horace, who survive by stealing small things, and they take her to their abandoned hideout where she starts living with them. Years pass. Estella hides her natural hair color and grows up helping Jasper and Horace in robberies, but her dream of becoming a fashion designer never dies. She keeps designing clothes at home, and seeing her passion, Jasper and Horace get her a cleaning job at Liberty Department Store as a birthday gift. Estella hopes this will bring her closer to fashion, but her boss is rude and never gives her a real chance. One night after getting drunk, she redesigns a store display in her own style, and the next morning, while her boss is furious, a famous designer called Baroness notices the design and gets impressed. Baroness immediately hires Estella, and for her it feels like her dream has finally come true. But Baroness is arrogant, self-obsessed, and never likes anyone shining brighter than her, though Estella still works hard to impress her. One day at Baroness's mansion, Estella notices something shocking because Baroness is wearing the exact necklace Catherine gave her before dying. Baroness reveals that Catherine was once her employee and claims she stole that necklace, which fills Estella with anger because she cannot accept her mother being called a thief. She decides to steal the necklace back and takes help from Jasper and Horace. Together, they carefully plan a robbery during one of Baroness's parties, studying cameras, keys, and every security detail. During the event, Estella distracts Baroness while Horace sneaks inside, and Jasper hacks the cameras. Then Estella appears in a dramatic new identity as Cruella, wearing a dress that catches fire and transforms in front of everyone. The media instantly becomes obsessed with her, stealing all attention from Baroness. During the chaos, they realize the necklace is still around Baroness's neck, and Cruella manages to remove it and gives it to Buddy. But suddenly, Baroness's dogs attack again at her whistle. At that moment, Estella realizes a terrible truth, that Baroness was actually responsible for Catherine's death. The necklace is lost when one dog swallows it, and Estella decides revenge matters more than anything now. She fully embraces Cruella and starts attacking Baroness's reputation through fashion and public appearances. Cruella begins making dramatic entries everywhere, each time stealing headlines from Baroness. She asks Anita, now a reporter, to publish stories in her favor and also brings Artie into her team. Meanwhile, Baroness becomes obsessed with finding out who Cruella really is. Estella continues pretending to work for her while secretly planning bigger moves. She sabotages Baroness's showstopper dress by hiding caterpillars inside it, which later turn into butterflies and destroy the outfit at the perfect moment. Then, Cruella launches her own surprise fashion show, stunning everyone and making Baroness furious. Baroness becomes suspicious that Estella and Cruella are the same person. Later, she captures Jasper and Horace, sets Estella's house on fire, and leaves Cruella there to die. The world believes Cruella is dead, but she survives because Baroness's assistant John secretly saves her. John then reveals the biggest secret, that the necklace is actually a key. Inside a hidden box, Estella finds her birth certificate and learns the shocking truth that Baroness is her real mother. Baroness had abandoned Estella as a baby because she never wanted anything to distract her from herself, and she had even ordered John to kill the baby, but John secretly gave her to Catherine instead. This truth changes everything for Estella, and now she decides to destroy Baroness completely. She saves Jasper and Horace from police custody and reunites her team for one final plan during Baroness's annual party at the same place where Catherine died. Cruella sends matching dresses to every guest, so everyone arrives dressed like her, throwing Baroness into panic. In the confusion, guards lose control and chaos spreads everywhere. Finally, Estella confronts Baroness near the cliff and reveals that she is her daughter. Baroness pretends to feel emotional, hugs her, and then suddenly pushes Estella off the cliff exactly like she pushed Catherine. But this time, everyone witnesses it, and police immediately arrest Baroness. However, Estella had already planned everything. She survives using a hidden parachute, escapes by boat, and officially lets the world believe Estella is dead. And with that, Estella disappears forever, while Cruella begins a completely new life, stronger, fearless, and ready to rule her own world. This was the dark and stylish journey of Cruella. Signing off, Rahul.